Hi coaches. One question that I see online in both this group and in other groups is, how do people structure the conversation with prospective clients? Or how do you go about having a conversation with someone and getting them to pay you? There are also other questions around structure, and there's no real one way to do this, in my opinion. And I know lots of different coaches work with people in different ways. And for myself, people that have ended up becoming clients of mine have all come about in, there's no one structure. They've all come about in slightly different ways. Now, yesterday I was talking to James Day and something came out of my mouth which actually sounded pretty good. So I wanted to share with you my 4-step structure for working with a client, or working with a prospective client, should I say, to turning them into a client. Now, this isn't a definitive model. This is something that I said in the moment, but it might be helpful for people, and I know James found it helpful, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So I wrote it down over here, and the first part of this is find out what people want. So if you're talking to someone, I found for me, I would try and get the principles in there. I was really focused on getting them to change. And what was really helpful for me was actually stopping doing that and instead slowing down, listening to the other person. And I know a lot of great first generation teachers who do this anyway. They listen to the other person very, very deeply. And through that listening process, finding out what do they want, what's going on in their life, what challenges are they facing, what problems have they got, what goals do they want to achieve, what would they like to be better in their life. So that's the first stage. The second stage is find out what the problem is, or find out what the challenge is. Find out what is stopping them from getting, to whatever it is they want. So it could be, the problem could be, or the issue could be for someone, what's going on in someone's life could be they're not having a greater relationship with their partner as they used to have. So that's kind of step one. Step two could be, well, what do they think is stopping them from having that relationship? Now, more often than not, people aren't going to realize the role of thought. They're not going to realize the role of the principles in that equation. And they may be saying, well, the problem is with my partner. Or for a coach, the coach could say, the problem is I don't know how to do something. Or the problem with a business person could be, well, I want to achieve X, but the problem is and actually this was one of my early clients. He said he wanted to achieve more, but his problem was his staff weren't motivated. So it's useful to find out what the prospective person thinks the problem is. The third step is help them overcome it. So you find out what's going on in their life, find out what is stopping them from achieving what they want to achieve. Step 3 is then helping them overcome that, and that's where we might talk to them about the principles or something else and just help them see past what they're seeing now to have a better outcome. So 1, 2, 3, help them is the third piece, not the first piece, which I used to do. And then finally, once we've helped people to get a bit of insight into how this can help them, that's when we move forward to getting paid. It's right at the end to then putting a proposal together for taking them further, helping them see it first, because no matter how good you are, chances are you're not going to be able to help people as deeply as they could be helped, as really show them what's possible in 1 or 2 conversations. But it will give them some confidence that you can help them overcome their issues, overcome their challenges, and achieve what they want to achieve, or even more than they thought they could achieve. So that's just something that came to me yesterday. It was off the top of my head. It might be total rubbish, but I hope it's been helpful to you. I welcome any feedback, welcome any views and thoughts you guys have.